Hello guys, we are back again. Today what I'm going to do is, I've spoken about this in previous videos, so I'm going to try and give you a little bit more of a demonstration as to what I mean. So in this video I'm going to be running Broly on what I think is his best setup, with his best linking buddy, and they can just hopefully show us what they can do as a duo. So what I'm probably going to try and do is get Broly on a rotation with my Vegeta, and then get Super Vegeta on a rotation with the friend Vegeta, and then we're going to go from there. Obviously we'll see how it goes. So yeah guys, Super Bosses is a great team. Let's not make any mistake about that. It's a very strong team, but Broly is a super class character, essentially with an extreme class label. If you actually look at Broly's links, his links are far more suited to the sort of Super Saiyan teams, which is why he does work really well in Vegeta's team. You just really do have to be wary of his domain when you transform, debuffing your super class allies. So anyway, let's jump in then. We'll keep Vegeta in slot 1. We'll put Broly in slot 2, get the 24 key, and then we should be able to get some nice stacks in here with Goku and Vegeta at the end. This is a fight where obviously you've got Beerus, who can go into his frenzy. Well, he does go into his frenzy, and it's a good opportunity to get Super Vegeta out. I mean, I found it quite difficult to get him out in a lot of the fights that we've got on Global at the moment. He's not very well suited to the Kid Buu fight, so it's difficult to get him out in that, and obviously with the melee counters that Kid Buu has, his counters are useless. So yeah, it's always nice to see him. So yeah, Vegeta there, just taking 120k, even though he's only stacked twice. Like I say to people, I think he's a little bit slept on. The guy is an absolute monster. We have brought King Vegeta along with us too, who is definitely a unit that I thought, how can we put this? I thought he looked solid-ish on paper, but he's got a very odd design support units that the orb reliant I've always found to be a little bit sketchy. But however, King Vegeta, he does change orbs for himself, and if you can get him the orbs he needs, he's very solid, especially as just a floating unit. Mine's only at 55%, and I've found, you know, he's only died really a handful of times for me, and that's when I've put him in situations where, you know, I probably shouldn't have put him in the situation. So yeah, going back to Broly anyway guys, I've run him on a few teams. I've run him on a Super Bosses team, I've run him on Vegeta's team, I've run him on sort of a hybrid Super Bosses transformation boost team, and this is definitely what I found to be most effective. Get a lot of his links up. Vegeta covers all of Broly's shortcomings in his base form. Like I said, you're on Global right now, Broly is fine against any boss's super attack, apart from probably Kid Buu when he's fully built up after supering 3 times. It's important to remember that. A lot of people were getting very hung up, in my opinion, on how bad his base form is, and you know, I will gladly admit that when the more difficult fights come along, my opinion might change. This is a game that kind of evolves very quickly, but at the minute on Global, I have to say he is fine in his base form. He really is. His, you know, offensive ability is brilliant. So it's a nice little rotation for us here. I found Super Vegeta to be an effective EZA as well. I do wish he was given a little bit more, but I do think, you know, some of the discourse I saw online over his EZA when it was released was a little unnecessary. He does do a job on Vegeta's team. He's got fantastic damage numbers. You know, obviously if you built him full additional, you've got a really good chance of maximising his output even more. The guaranteed crits are lovely. The stunning is brilliant, especially in the Super Battle Road. So we do need to hope Super Vegeta here doesn't get super. We've lived. I didn't expect that, to be honest with you guys. could be a struggle this turn though. What we're gonna do here is this is the problem with King Vegeta in this fight. But I think we should be okay here. Do we transform our Vegeta? Oh, I don't really want to yet. We'll take a risk. We'll take a risk. If it backfires, then we'll just we will just give it another go. Let's just try this for now. Need to give King Vegeta his orbs. Okay, I think we're going to be okay here. Yeah, we're going to be fine. Okay, so Vegeta post super will be fine against Beerus' super attack. Let's hope we can get 3 stacks in. 3 stacks would be great. Obviously, if you can live Beerus' strength phase, the next time he goes to Int, he does seem to be a lot friendlier. I've not really looked too much into the statistics of the fight, so I don't know if that's a deliberate mechanic. It's just something that I've picked up on. He does seem to be, you know, he doesn't attack as many times. It's almost as if he's getting sleepy, which is very lore accurate. Yeah, our boy Brody here putting some nice work in for us. 7 million, 12 key in base. Like I'm saying to you guys, he is still more than effective in this form here. And remember, you are getting defense on super. It's not like you're not getting any defense and it's all just built into the passive. You are getting defense on super as well. So I think we're going to be fine here, which is great. I think we'll probably transform with the friend Vegeta. So we can transform to Super Vegeta here, which is brilliant. We'll do that. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll transform with the friend Vegito. Nice full heal. Here we go. Super Vegito. Here we are, super attack slot 1. Just bear with me, guys. I don't see this guy often, so I'm just going to read the passive. 3 turns of guard. Okay. Damage reduction. 30% damage reduction for normal attacks. Okay. Cool. Friend Vegeta, 400k. Beerus supers for about 2 million, I think. The super attack, the second attack or first attack? It's the first attack, isn't it? So, but we'll transform. We'll transform with Vegeta here. I still want to keep Super Vegeta on rotation while he has his guard. We'll do this, I think. And then we can use Super Vegeta as an effective floater, I think. So Vegeta will be fine against Beerus here. He will take a little bit of damage, but we will most certainly live. Okay. So next turn we can bring our boy Brody in. So you've got to remember, guys, Beerus is hitting really hard, and that is the first super attack in the turn. So although it might look as if, oh wow, Vegeta's taken a lot of damage there, he has lived, and it's a very strong attack. And I don't have all my units rainbowed. This friend isn't rainbowed either, so they're trying to give you guys kind of a more realistic representation of what you might be getting in your box. But yeah, I do have a few units rainbowed. This Super Vegeta is rainbowed because I'm a bit of a Vegeta fan, and this is why I like this unit. You know what you're getting. You're just getting big numbers, big attacks, big muscles, no defense. Who fucking cares? You know what I mean? And there we go. Some good damage there. And Super Vegeta will put in a bit of work for us at the end of this rotation, and then we will switch into Broly the next time we get the opportunity to. Remember, this Beerus is super type. You know, some Beeruses in the game are extreme type, some are super type. But yeah, this guy is this is pretty simple here what we do, I think. Let's do this. We're gonna have to float Broly off, but that's not the end of the world. And then we'll transform with this Vegeta. In fact, we might be able to finish Beerus off here. Shall we take a risk, guys? Let's do it. We'll pop the Big Bang. We'll pop Vegeta here. Then we'll do this with Brody. And then we will hope they finish him off. I think they should. The Scout is obviously such a useful tool when you get Strength Super Vegeta out. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about with these two here. Especially when you get Vegeta transformed. The damage they can do to the enemy is brilliant. Vegeta defensively, as you've seen twice now in this video, is very, very capable. And he will cover Brody's shortcomings in the fight, which is super, super important against these tougher bosses. Guys, if you're quite new to the game and you're using Broly in some of the earlier content in the game, you know, he's going to be absolutely fine in that. But once you do get to these sort of red zone fights, later red zone fights, sorry, these supreme magnificent battle phases, you can't be running him in slot 1. You need someone to cover his shortcomings. And there we go, guys. As simple as that. You run Brody in slot 2 next to your Vegeta. You run the friend Vegeta with another capable damage dealer in slot 2, and 9 times out of 10, guys, you are going to be absolutely fine against those big bosses. Brody has viable teams you can run him on, and that's only going to get better and more buffed in the future. So guys, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think to Brody? What do you think to his team? What do you think to the anniversary so far? And I will catch you in a bit.